if you optimize that one channel at a really high level, you can get to 3 million just with one channel. Hey, welcome to Brand Talk with Rachel and Drew. I'm Drew.
I'm Rachel.
Welcome to the show. We got a big reveal here today, and ta-da! Rachel hit me.
No, I didn't.
She struck me down.
No way.
Oh,
Tell them what really happened.
I got knee in the face. Had jiu-jitsu.
By who?
His name's Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
We're friends. We're cool. He lost. But
looks like you lost.
But he doesn't have a black eye today. He lost.
He does not?
He lost the round. I submitted him, but I got the black eye.
Well.
I got the keepsake.
Yeah. Can't win them all.
I kind of like it.
I think it reminds me of your band days that I
know,
wasn't
it's like
a part of.
It's just in the shape of eyeliner. Like on the top has a little swoop that the girls do
Yeah,
too.
you have like a cat eye on that eye.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm rolling with it. I'm feeling it.
Okay.
We tried to cover it up. I was like, no, let him see it. Let him see me for who I am. You know?
Yeah. Well,
Quite the week.
I'm glad you decided to get that the night before we film. So
Yeah.
thanks.
It's here. It's here. I'm here to entertain you. But lots to talk about. Some cool stuff. Let's do just a quick update real quick, and then we'll dive into some juicy stuff.
Quick update. Well, we have just tons of brands that we're helping build right now. So that's super exciting. I've been swatching my life away in the warehouse with Kenzie. She needed some backup because her thumbs were aching from doing so many swatch rings. So we had a salon in California.
We make them by hand. Like they're handmade.
They are made by hand. Yes, guys, you heard that. So yeah, made with love too.
If you can figure out how to not make them by hand, let me know. But we do it by hand.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's important that they're perfect and super custom and they don't look like, a sticker. Wow. So anyways, yeah, we were making them by hand. And anyway, Kenzie needed some backups. I was helping her out. We have a salon in California that's launching tomorrow. So super exciting.
Very cool.
So we're overnighting those to her because she had 10 more that she wanted to order. So getting those done. Warehouse is underway, finally. Got permits and things, got the location changed, got the plans updated. We decided to modify a few things on the plans just based on like the layout on the property.
Helicopter pad on top.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's a vaulted roof, so sorry.
We have to put one somewhere.
Yeah, and then home projects are wrapping up, which is exciting for Drew. Our house smells like paint right now. So
For a month.
Yeah, maybe longer.
Yeah.
Yep. Kids are at VBS. We've got camps happening, volleyball camp, football camp, all kinds of things.
I started a new hobby.
Yes, you did. Yep, sure did.
Yep.
And yeah.
Want to tell them what I'm doing?
They know what you're doing because you told them, I think, last week. But what Drew decided to do was he didn't tell me until after he landed, but that the helicopter that he flew in for the first time had no doors. And I'm like, what do you mean it had no doors? Like you? Oh my gosh, I would have been like freaking terrified.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you were.
There's no handles. Oh, I was, yeah. But it wasn't because of that. It was because I flew it. Like I was tense. Like I was trying to relax,
I would not be relaxed.
I thought I looked at my flight log and I was telling my dad, I was like, yeah, dude, 20 minutes. Like I flew that shit, like me. He's like, I'm all proud of myself and not well, but I did my first day, and I look at my flight log, it's 8 minutes. Like I flew for 8 minutes. Felt like
almost
solid
2.5 times.
solid hour,
Yeah.
And I was exhausted too because I was
I'm sure your hands are sweaty. I would be freaking out.
Super sweaty hands.
I mean, I wouldn't be freaking out if the doors were on. I'd be like fine.
It was honestly, it was really awesome. And I wasn't nervous because of the doors. I was nervous because I don't know what I'm doing yet. And he just gave me the full
I
control.
was also nervous. I'm like, oh gosh, like something probably fell out of your pocket and down.
No, that's why I didn't get my phone out to text you to tell you that I was hovering over the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I didn't want to drop my phone because I was like,
Yeah. I'm just glad that your wedding ring's still on. You didn't lose that one yet.
No.
Did you know that he lost his wedding ring?
How dare you?
The first year, within the first year of us being married. And I remember when I was like, you had been wearing a jelly one for a while. And I was like, where is your wedding ring? And you're like, yeah, so you didn't want to tell me because I would be so upset.
Yeah. I was going to buy, like, Dean was like, just get another one. I was like, should I get another one and just not say anything? I was like, no, that's not.
We don't do that.
Can't do that. So I just told her.
Yeah. Well, after I asked,
Exactly.
you were.
One
you
hiding
were-
it. No hiding it, But
you
she
weren't
doesn't ask.
disclosing it until I asked.
And then I disclosed it.
Yeah. All right, guys, I got to tell you about an incredible event that you don't want to miss. It's happening in Palm Springs, September 13th through the 15th. This is something that is going to be the event of the year for CEOs who are wanting to build their wealth. So if that's you, I'm going to put a link in the description below for you to get your ticket. Don't miss it. Now back to the episode. Speaking of things being disclosed, I wanted to kind of talk about briefly just some stuff that I think is relevant that really can tie into today's episode. So today's episode is basically about focus and how like your focus as a business owner is your superpower. And last week we talked about, obviously as you are doing things and scaling and creating an amazing thing, you're going to have people that are going to rip you off, imitate you, copy you, whatever you want to call it. But this week's episode, I wanted to kind of like segue from that and talk about your ability to focus on the things that you're doing and not doing the things that most people do, which is looking over the fence or poking at so-and-so or, comparing yourself to other people, etc.
Yeah. So, first thing is what I've come to realize over time is you're never going to be criticized by someone doing more than you. Like it's always someone looking at what you're doing who wants to pull you down to make themselves look better. And that's very
like the crabs
at
the bottom of the bucket.
Yeah. If you put crabs, this is true. If you put large king crabs in a bucket, most of them will try to climb out. They try to move. They try to go up. And there's a few of them that sit in the bottom of the bucket and they just pull the other crabs down.
They're just like this little grumpy crab, just
grumpy Gus, just pulling down the other crabs. And they're trying to make moves. And then they're just like, no, sucker, I'm going to pull you down here.
No moves for you.
Just cause that's how they're wired and that's who they are. And they can't help themselves, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot of that. We're experiencing some of that as of lately, but not here to whine about it, but just want to share from our perspective, kind of what's going to go on. Once you start really hitting some momentum, people are going to be watching you. People are always going to be watching you, and you're going to be seeing that they're watching you on a regular basis because it's clear. You can see them seeing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
now you can look in your stories and you can see who's seeing you. And especially like the people that are towards the top of your stories are going to be the people that are seeing you the most, right? So next to my husband and our employees and our incredible partners, and brands. There's this little person who has just kind of, I've seen this person, in my stories for probably well over a year now, maybe even longer. And, just kind of like I don't like scroll all the way through who's viewing my stuff, but I'll kind of like couple swipes, and I start seeing this person's name kind of repeatedly. And I'm just like, who is this? And so I go to her page and she also owns a hair extension company and a salon, which is awesome. And so this particular person, I see them, like I discovered who they were, I guess, like maybe a few months back. And then this last week, I actually had a couple people share an episode to a podcast that she filmed where she pretty much is talking about you and me without saying our names, but referencing specifically what one of our new client boxes says, which is where millions are made. And so that is pretty clear, obviously, like who she's referring to, which is us and our company and what we're doing and things like that. But what I don't like about somebody talking about us is them talking about us like they know, like they fact checked and they know their stuff, and they don't. Because we do a lot more than just building brands for people. We are helping people build an incredible business. And we've actually been in the business, like B2B salon owner coaching space for well over 6 years now, and helping salon owners start, scale, or save their company. And long ago, that used to be called Babes in Business, which was an online mentorship or mastermind, right? Like a group group style thing. And then it kind of evolved into build your own business, BYOB, build your own business. And we have build your own brand, and a lot of people will come to us because they want to build a great business. And they also want to build a great brand to be able to have another stream of income. And so majority of the people that we help are inside both of those programs. And so this person on their podcast went on to basically, and I actually think that this person might have even like snuck in on a discovery call or something and
snooping around a little bit,
like secret shop, yeah,
Snooperson.
which is like really kind of weird and just it's kind of weird, honestly.
It's just scheming. Like it's just you're scheming. Like you won't do anything really well on a high level like scheming.
Well, it's like you're like, okay, if you do in fact, and to quote her, sell over $10 million a year in hair, why are you on a discovery call with our sales rep? Like, that's strange. Like, don't you have other things to do?
Or sending people to do so,
Yeah, I just think that's strange.
The whole thing's gray. It's just a schemy, slimy way to go about it.
It is super slimy.
We're open books, we're very transparent with everything.
Clearly not focused on her company, what she's doing, who she's serving, providing value. She's over here doing like immature high school shit.
Talking about herself quite a bit.
Huh?
Talking about herself quite a bit.
She was talking a lot about herself. Yes.
And,
yes.
Trying to talk what we're doing. Like
down. And look, there's so much opportunity out there. There's how many salons? 900 and something thousand salons.
It's just disappointing that people have such a small mindset around like they don't want other people to be successful. They don't want other people to do better than them. People want you to do well, but once you start doing better than them, they start to behave that way. You know? And it's everywhere, and it's very common. And it's just disappointing. There's so much business for everyone. There's 947,000 salons. To assume that one business and to assume that we are going to serve all 947,000 people is not our goal. Like our goal is
flattering, but not the goal.
We're not going to be the fit for everyone. They're not going to be the fit for us.
I don't want to work with that many people.
But to position yourself as the only place to go to solve a problem is just dishonest, misleading, and it's icky. It's ick.
I think the best word is disgusting.
Disgusting.
So, another thing that I want to mention is that this particular person, after I this was shared to me by other people, and they're like, hey, I think this person's talking about you guys. Actually, I'm like 99% sure they're talking about you guys. And so I listened to it. Within the first few minutes, I'm like, yeah, 100%. Because of the fact that she quotes where millions are made, which is what our welcome boxes
call us white label gurus.
Yes. So thank you for calling us a guru. However, we do a lot more than like our brands are not white labeling anything. Like this is a brand development process, and we're helping people launch brands and really like allowing them to build an empire and have like there's people that have wanted forever and tried on their own for a long time to build their own brand, and they've had a really hard time like getting it off the ground, and they're finally able to do that. And how much joy it's been able to bring our clients to be able to have this like turnkey system process ready to go, amazing inventory that they have immediate access to, that's reserved for them, that they can count on, and to finally make that dream a reality. And for this other person to basically turn her nose up at that whole thing just because they may not be buying from her. I think that's super strange and gross, especially if you're also claiming to, be there for the salon owner, and your goal, according to your bio, is to help, salon owners and stylists build wealth. Like, I think that is kind of strange behavior if you're saying one thing and then acting another way. So while I was exploring, for the few minutes I was exploring about who this person is, the episode, what they were talking about, etc., and whether or not, I could confirm or deny that they were talking about us, I also discovered some really freaking gross YouTube videos where she actually goes and calls other extension brands, pretending to be someone that she's not, again, schemy, pretending to be something that she's not. And then she basically airs it it's on YouTube. You guys can go check it out, where she has like these different colored wigs on, and she's like got like these costumes on, and she's like basically prank calling / secret shopping all of these other companies. And she's bleeping out the name of the company. But like, I mean, guys, like you can figure it out. You can figure out who it is. And not only was there one, I mean, this is what's wild, uses her team, her money, I'm sure, to produce this video, right? And editing and resources and everything to then put this on YouTube, to basically make a joke out of all of these other companies, and also taking up time of these other companies, employees and stuff to answer these types of questions. And the types of questions she was asking, she's pretty much like leading them to disappoint her anyway in the response, how she was answering the question or asking the questions.
I think it's called manipulation.
Super manipulative. Yeah. So like just that. And so then I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. So not only did you film a whole podcast episode dedicated to trash talking
series.
Us, you also create a series of videos on YouTube dressed up in different outfits and stuff. And then you're also like sneaking around and like getting on different calls and stuff. Like, it's just gross, So anyways, I just want to let you guys know, like, doesn't matter what you're doing, you're always going to have a hater or haters who are going to try and, throw you off course, talk about you, make you doubt yourself, try to talk to other people about you and try to get, block your ability for people to do business with you or not. At the end of the day, like, your ability to stay focused on your own business, your own mission, your own like people that you're serving is your superpower. So that's what I thought would be a great intro into what we are talking about today, which is how to actually do that, and different like hacks and things that we do to stay focused, different things that we do inside of our routine to stay focused and to be able to stay like super productive. And I thought that would be a great thing to share here today. All right, guys, real quick. If you're a salon owner who's tired of grinding behind the chair with nothing to show for it but a sore back and an inconsistent bank account, you need to BYOB, build your own brand. This is our signature program helping salon owners all across the country launch their own private label hair extension line under your name with your profit margins and your rules.
It's not just about services. It's about creating an actual brand that can sell while you sleep. Our students are launching their own Shopify stores, wholesaling to local stylists, and finally stepping into the CEO seat without having to reinvent the wheel.
We're literally handing you the playbook: branding, fulfillment, marketing, legal, all of it. If you've got the hustle, we've got the system.
Click the link in the description below to book a discovery call with our team. Let's build a business that works for you and not the other way around.
BYOB, because doing hair should be because you want to, not because you have to.
Yeah, so there's anytime that you're looking to, that we found that you're looking to build or grow, make more sales, right? You're solving a problem for your customer, and you really only need one, maybe two marketing channels to bring in prospects to now work those conversations to get them to your chair or to purchase your brand, whatever it is that you're doing. I think a lot of folks will get spread too wide and they're trying to serve too many things because one product, I'll say one product would be like a brand, right? There's multiple products, I think, are the brands that we're launching. They have all textures.
Yeah, they're bringing
colors.
on different things based on the brand. I mean, we've got some people who are like specifically bridal only, and they're like kind of like mobile bridal companies. We've got one in particular that's doing several million a year doing bridal alone, just hair and makeup. Mm-hmm. And so like they're,
that's what I mean by like one channel.
Yeah, they're more clip-in focused. But do you see how just them alone, like really niching down and focusing on bridal is what has allowed them to do multi-millions in bridal alone?
Yeah, because if you're doing bridal and you have one ad and you have one channel, one video sales lander where you're talking a little bit about what you're doing and who you do it for. And then from there's some sort of call or discovery session where you're interacting with a potential client, like whatever flow that works for you. It's quite similar in most companies because usually there's an appointment at some point in time. So there's some sort of like either digital or in person, or maybe you do a version of where it's a digital meetup and you just make sure you guys are a good fit. And then you do an in-person meeting from there that you schedule. And that way you're getting in front of like the right clientele. But if you have an ad running to that and you have one offer or a series of a few offers that you offer to, it could be the bride, it could be, it could be the venue. Like you could build out packages for the venue and charge a premium rate that has a collection of things that they can supply to their brides, or you go straight to the bride. There's a few different things that you could do, but that is one channel. And if you optimize that one channel at a really high level, you can get to 3 million just with one thing, right? I think a lot of folks try to do multiple things, and it's really difficult if you're going all in on bridal and you're going all in on, what does something else be like permanent jewelry, or you're going all in on the boutique, and now you're going to build an online boutique store, and you're going to build you got all this semi-permanent tattoo stuff, and then you do the hairs, and then you got brows, and then you got the nails, and you have to build a channel and a marketing pathway for each one of those for them to really go. So really, really focus on being the best at the thing that you do that brings you in the most profit, that makes the most sense.
And I really like to think of like for a salon, right? That's mostly doing hair, like high ticket, color, luxury color and extension services. Like that should be the main thing, like 100%. Like that should be the main thing. And then once you've driven that to over 1 million, right? That should be the first milestone ever. And we've talked about that a lot here. Is then you can start accessorizing the business. Okay. It doesn't mean that like the next thing is like, oh, well now let's do another location. Not necessarily. A lot of times it's just you can create other streams of income that are never going to be the mainstream, but they're going to be other streams of income that you can have that accessorizes the business. So I want you to think of the business as like the main outfit, and then you've got accessories of other things such as boutique, permanent jewelry, pop-ups, lashes, waxing, whatever. The main thing though needs to always remain the main thing. And that's really, really important because a lot of people, they will try to do everything and then nothing is doing really, really well. Mm-hmm. So that is like, for a salon, yes, it can be a great idea to add these other things, but the main thing needs to remain luxury color and hair extensions, which is what we preach because of the fact that you can hit that $1 million mark so much quicker and so much more efficiently with a leaner team. Yeah.
And then you'll be able to solve the right problem for the right person at the right level, because it's, if you're trying to serve and there's nothing wrong with a client that is looking for a cheap service. That there are a lot of
there's places for that.
Yeah, there's places for that. But in our humble opinion, it's much, much more difficult. And this is the world I come from. Slinging gym memberships, right? I've talked about it many times. Really, really, really hard to build an income that will facilitate the life that you really want. Doing it like that, even if you have a gym, or even if you're doing, I say a gym, say $150 service of some kind, or even 200, and then you got 250 clients per month that you're rolling through. Like that'll make some money, but thinking about how much fulfillment that is, how many problems are going to come from that, because you're always going to have problems, even with growth. The more you grow, the more problems that you're going to have. You just get better at solving them, right? Yeah. It's much more difficult to do. Rather than, hey, we're going to develop a high-level product, high-level service. It's going to be top of the market. It's going to be the best. It's going to be exclusive. And we're going to put a lot of thought into our offer and our products for our client, who it's for and what it does, and the problems that it solves for them, the pain that it solves for them. And we're going to sit there and we're going to do that better than anyone else in the world.
Yeah, I think you have to know like who your audience is, and you have to know exactly like what do they need, what do they want, and based on that demand, then you supply that, right? So if you like what he's talking about is more of like a service type thing, what I'm now kind of segueing to is more of like a product type business. So a lot of people that, that will come to us and they want to build a brand, they're like, okay, so we want to do this, we want to do K-Test, we want to do this. I'm like, okay, let's pick the main thing first. Like, what is the thing that you're doing a lot of, like the most? And for most of them, it's either going to be like wefts or keratin. Those are usually like the two places that they'll start. And then I say, okay, so let's then decide, okay, what's the next method that we want to release and launch? Because just because they have access to 6 methods, right? And potentially another one on the way that we're working on, that doesn't mean that they need to go balls to the wall and like release all of them all at the same time and all textures and all colors. Like that is not the goal. That is not going to be like they don't know if they have the demand for that yet. You know what I mean? And so for our brands, I usually say, okay, let's narrow it down to 2 methods first. Yes, you have access to all of them, but let's narrow it down to 2 methods first. And that way, when you are launching your brand to externally into the public, then you have, people that you have an audience that is coming to you for these specific things. And then from there, they can release additional products and links, textures, colors, etc. And so that's really what we help our brands do. And I think that what that does is it allows you to scale in a smart way. And that way you're not, sitting here and forking out tons and tons of money for product that may or may not move based on the demand that you may or may not have.
Yeah. And it's kind of shaking up the industry a little bit, I might say.
Yeah, for sure.
Because these brands can get really big, especially what we're doing. We flew in a series of brands on our dollar and out to our production studio where we help them create their digital courses.
Yeah.
This makes them an authority of their brand. So they're not just moving their physical products. Now they have a digital products that they can also offer to other stylists, other salons for training and education around their brand. And we are constantly making content every week for them.
Yeah.
So we're certainly, I think we were told that we're slapping, what was his name? We're slapping this.
Oh, slapping a sticker or something on a pack and calling yourself a CEO. And that, by this little weasel that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that for 2 reasons. One, you're not slapping a sticker. We don't even have stickers on our packs. So that doesn't even make sense. 2, who are you to decide who is a CEO and who's not? Like, that's not her decision to make. And that's just like mean girl shit, in my opinion. And I think that for someone to think that they're that superior to be able to make that decision about someone else that they don't even know, like a generalized statement about that, I think is like even really wrong.
Yeah.
So shame on you.
Surround yourself with people that want you to grow. Surround yourself with people that want you to be successful. Avoid people
like that
because they're only out for themselves, and they will
it's just
pull the
it's just an ego thing. It's like it's just oozing with like ego, so if you guys have been listening to our podcast for a while, you follow us on Instagram, like we're pretty much as real as it gets. Like, we got kids, you got a black eye on set,
looks like I'm wearing makeup. I'm not
freaking breastfed before I came in the studio. It's just the real deal, And so I think when you're trying to impress people, you maybe, and that's what I initially thought after like I looked at all the stuff. I was like, clearly she thinks that she has to behave this way, act this way, say these things, dress this way, do these things to get people to
respect her.
I guess maybe I don't even know if that's the word. And what it really does is it turns people off. It turns people off because, and I'm sure there's probably some people that are like, yeah, but they're probably not very nice girls either, but it turns people off and it makes people like that probably honestly cost her some business, because there might be some people that are like, yeah, I don't want to do business with this type of person anymore. No, like I don't like that. I don't like that behavior of that. I don't want to support that.
Business is hard. It's difficult. It's and you don't want to be around that vibe.
It's not good for your team either.
It's not good for you.
That too. Yes. Yes.
Person.
It's not that shows a lot about what might be going on the inside. You know what I mean? Like, for someone to behave that way, act that way, be nasty like that. That says a lot about what they are have going on the inside.
Yeah, she may have some things going on that are private that's coming out in a destructive way to other businesses, and it's like the person that's screaming at traffic. It's like, man, calm down. It's just
chill out.
It's all good. Like, you got having a bad day over there. It's trying to rip everyone apart for no reason.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
But there's something that I came to realize a long time ago, and it's smart people are smart. and they will see what they need to see, and they will surround themselves with who they need to surround themselves and follow the path that suits them to help them get to where they want to go. And we're all about support. We're all about collaboration, because people at the top of the game, people at the top of the food chain are not competing. They're not tearing people down. They're collaborating. And if you want to build a multi-million-dollar company, start collaborating now. Don't start burning bridges, because it's only going to hurt you and everyone else around you.
So as you guys are, building your business, I know you guys are working very, very, very hard. You have a lot on the line. You got a lot of people counting on you. Your ability to stay focused and not be pulled down like, the crab in the bucket. And if you've got somebody in your life that is that crab at the bottom of the bucket, you can kindly let them go, and you don't have to, it doesn't have to be painful or excruciating or anything like that. You can just be like, what, I'm going to create some distance there, because that doesn't work for me. That's not healthy. That's not something that I need to engage in anymore. And, there's been lots of people, I think we can both agree, like even before you and I met, I think we both have had that discernment within our own individual selves of like that, and being able to create separation and or like complete division from other people and friendships and even family members, to just protect your own peace, really, and to not have like a just ongoing kind of pain in your side with having somebody negative around.
Yeah. So keep your eye on the goal. Keep your eye on moving forward. Go forward, never backwards. And just surround yourself with great people that will help you get to where you're wanting to go.
That's all we got for you guys. Thank you so much for listening and for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.
See you later. I'm going to go work on healing my eyeball.
Yeah, go do something with that.